happening? Big Bertha's getting a sister.
We've been waiting for this lorry for actually, dare I say it, over a year.
Hi.
High five.
Oh my God. This is my first time actually seeing this lorry in real life. I think we might have to raise the roof again. Hey! I actually just find that so emotional to watch.
You are one step closer to eradicating rabies.
It's taken a moment to enjoy this one. The thing that I'm most proud of, honestly, is the team that we've created. So you might think I'm annoyed to be stuck behind a slow bus in Sri Lanka, but this is actually such a novelty. Normally the buses are absolutely mental and you're terrified for your life. The safest place to be is on the bus because if you're anyone else around those crazy things, you are terrified. But this is quite nice to just be cruising behind a slow bus for once. So I am off to our CNVR programme this morning, which is where we neuter and vaccinate around 5,000 dogs a year. And I'm going to be meeting Francis, who heads up that whole operation, to talk about some very exciting stuff that we've got coming up.
CNVR stands for Catch, Neuter, Vaccinate and Release, and it's basically how we tackle Sri Lanka's huge street dog population at the source. And it all happens out of our trusty CNVR lorry, Big Bertha. Our team travels from village to village, neutering and vaccinating owned dogs completely free of charge and street dogs before releasing them back where they belong. So far, we've neutered nearly 17,000 dogs, preventing hundreds of thousands of puppies from being born onto the streets.
For me personally, I'm incredibly proud of what we achieved. You know, Janie set this up. It was a dream long ago to have lorries out on their own actually having this huge impact. We are now doing that. You know, we've got a huge Sri Lankan based team. We are constantly training and developing and actually having a huge impact. Since we've launched Big Bertha, we are seeing a reduction in rabies, we're seeing a reduction in TBT, so sexually transmitted tumours. We are seeing a reduction in maggot wounds due to fighting and territorial situations. So actually overall as a population, we are seeing a much, much healthier life for all of this dog population. So I have been with WeCare for 6 years. I originally started off in the hospital. Very passionate about it. It's amazing work that we do, but very, very quickly when you live here long term, you actually see that there is a much, much bigger picture than what we can provide at the hospital. Yes, it's absolutely crucial and critical for all the patients that need it, but it doesn't give that longer term impact. The industry goal is no one will be catching rabies via canine by 2030, and we want to be a massive movement on that.
And with around 3 million street dogs in Sri Lanka, one CNVR team simply isn't enough. So, thanks to our amazing sponsors at Happy Doggo, Big Bertha's getting a sister. A second CNVR lorry means we can reach and help even more dogs. The only problem is, all of the equipment and fittings have been stuck in customs for 7 months.
We've been waiting for this lorry for actually, dare I say it, over a year. So there has been a slight delay, but it is amazing news that we've got now a second lorry and we can actually duplicate the work we're doing and actually have a much, much bigger impact. You know, in our immediate area alone, we're looking at 12,000 dogs just from 3 kind of geographical divisions. Actually having the bigger impact is crucial in making change.
Oh, we're here. You can see a little bit of action. That's always positive. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm good.
Have
we got some news? Come on.
It's probably better than the news I've had for the last 7 months, which is like, still can't get it bloody cleared. But yeah, finally, we've got the stuff out of customs.
Oh my God!
So,
High five.
Oh my God. After 7 months
Yeah.
of back and forth to Colombo, going between customs officers and this and that, we finally got it cleared. Had to pay a bloody fortune though, so that is slightly stressful. Yeah. So I'm gonna have to go and beg and borrow from everyone we know. But anyway,
Please.
We are here. So Kishan has said that from today it's going to be 3 months until it's fabricated and on the road. So you have 3 months to get
Okay, that's exciting.
everyone ready.
And equally terrifying. I cannot wait for that.
No, I know, but you're prepped.
Yeah.
You are. Like this has been going for what, 18 months now? 2 years. 2 years October,
over
wasn't
2
it?
years, yep.
And you're cruising, and everyone that comes in, you know, we've had repeat volunteers come, repeat staff, and every time they come in, they're like, oh my God, it's flawless, it's seamless. So don't worry, the flow's there. We've just got to replicate it.
We've got it, yeah. We're just going to get bigger and better, so.
No, it'll be epic. It means we can, what do we neuter at the moment? About 5,000 dogs a year, and this will mean we can do about 12,000
per year, which
per
is
year.
Be
Neuter,
epic.
vaccinate, microchip. It's amazing. It's amazing. It's what's gonna affect change overall, isn't it? Like we can think about individual animals at the hospital all we want, but this is what's going to really...
This is going to make the big change.
This lorry behind me, it's honestly a culmination of 8 years of dreaming for me. It is absolutely incredible to have this in our community, essentially. Something that can go round, can be mobile, can help street dogs, can help owned dogs, but can also help people. It can also help in the fight against rabies, which is, you know, it's 100% fatal. It's a really scary disease to have in our communities. It affects kids, it affects adults, it affects the dogs. And so being able to really create something that is making lasting change in all of those areas is pretty cool.
We definitely weren't always this shiny. For years, we were setting up makeshift surgeries under tents, operating outdoors, working with whatever we had and just doing everything we could to reach as many dogs as possible. So having this lorry is an absolute dream come true.
It is an incredible piece of kit. So it's quite high tech, you know. We've got everything that your normal clinic in the UK would have. In charity work, we see it as a little bit of a, like, you can cut corners or you can do everything on the cheap, and I don't feel like street dogs deserve that level of care. I think they deserve exactly the same level of care as an owned dog. It should not matter what your ownership status is, and I am proud of it, I really am, because I do think it is vital in our community, and I think that having a second one of these bad boys is just, I never in a million years imagined we'd have two on the road within 2 years of having the first one. So I feel really lucky that we've been able to do that, and that's only with the support of incredible sponsors like Happy Doggo as well. So really lucky to have that support, really lucky to be able to provide this service, and you know, part of the reason we can provide this service as well is because I'm surrounded by incredible colleagues who also put their blood, sweat and tears into everything we do. Like, I am not alone in my absolute perseverance to hit the highest standards. Like, I'm surrounded by people who are like dogs with bones, and that is what potentially the thing that I'm most proud of, honestly, is the team that we've created. I feel very, very fortunate to navigate this journey with them at my side. So we're here in Colombo in rush hour traffic. It is mental, I can't even hear myself think, but we are here at one of my favourite places in the world, which is Kithwood's Engineering. This place has created some magical things for us. So we've had a lorry, we've had an ambulance, we've had a dog catching vehicle, and it also houses one of my most favourite people in the world, Kishan. He's amazing. So yeah, let's get out of the chaos. And this is my first time actually seeing this lorry in real life. So I chose it from photos, which is always a bit dangerous. So let's go and see what it actually looks like. Wow, it's happening! It's amazing. So this is the back of the lorry. So this is going to be where the TV sits and where we have the education zone and the storage here. It's going to be very similar to the last one. I don't know what this is for, but we've made a few changes just to make sure that everything is a little bit more monsoon proof than the last one. Down the side of the lorry is where we normally have the door, but instead what we've got are these incredible flaps that come up and create a roof essentially. And on the last lorry, it was this long, but on this lorry, we've asked for it to be double length because it just wasn't covering us enough from the monsoon rain. So now we've got this double whammy of side panels. So I'm really excited to see how this works, but we can't do it here in the workshop because it's too bloody massive. So we're just gonna have to wait and see on that one. I'm just gonna have to trust Kishan that it all works. It's a real logistical challenge for Kishan to do this. And last time we actually did the lorry here, we had to raise the roof of the whole workshop to get it in and out. Kishan put so much into this for us, it's absolutely amazing. But yeah, I can't really get in to show you this way, so I think we're gonna have to crawl through the back. I think we might have to raise the roof again. So just behind me here, we've got the gentleman carrying all of our plastic drawers. So these don't look like much, but these came all the way from the UK. All of the equipment inside the lorry does come from the UK because we can't get it manufactured in Sri Lanka. So these plastic drawers are probably the most precious plastic drawers on the planet, given that it took me over 6 months to get them out of customs. It feels so surreal being in here. It's like, is this lorry 1? Is this lorry 2? It's amazing. So it's so much further along than I thought it was going to be. Kishan is the most humble person on the planet, so he definitely played it down in the sense of like, oh, it's not ready for you to see yet, Janie, but this is amazing. We've got all the tables in, we've got all the anaesthetic machines in. So again, these have all come from the UK. We've got the lights. You can see how everything's actually, well, maybe you can't, but everything is manufactured so that it's able to be stored away when we're transporting, when we're moving the lorry. Everything is fixed on. Anything that isn't, we have to remove and pack away. There's storage for everything. So even we get these tables from the UK, but we add on our own little drawers under the tables here, for example, where whilst the nurse is doing the anaesthetic, we've got everything in this drawer that we might need in terms of suture material, any extras, eye lube, that kind of thing. And so we're able to do that, but then when we're mobile, we close that drawer and absolutely everything is secure. You can see here we've got the oxygen generator that comes again from the UK. So this takes room air and creates oxygen from it, which is amazing when the power is working. So when we rock up to a site in this lorry, we do try and hook up to mains power, but that's not always reliable here in Sri Lanka, so we do have a generator on board as well. So ideally we're running these because they're great for the environment in the sense that, you know, they're utilising room air. We try and forget about the fact that they're using electricity to do so, but we also will have next to it an oxygen cylinder. And we've got the anaesthetic machines fixed so that we can just turn a little knob on the back of the anaesthetic machine should the power go out. It switches our oxygen supply from the oxygen concentrator to the oxygen cylinder, which doesn't require any power. So we've got to be always thinking about these things, which are, you know, keeping us Sri Lanka proof essentially. Power cuts, monsoon rains, unsteady ground. We have to have a solution for all of it. And yeah, the first lorry was definitely a trial run, and I think we did pretty well with it. There's a few tweaks that we have to make. But overall, we thought of a lot of things with that, and I'm quite chuffed with how it turned out. But yeah, this one should be perfect. There's still a little way to go, but it's looking really, really nice. I'm so chuffed. I just wasn't expecting it to be this far along. Kishan's just done the most amazing job.
What you see, this entire plug will come out electrically.
Oh my God.
So that's what that winch will be doing. Because
That's
for us
so
to
cool.
hold this and bring it down here is impossible. And to deal with ropes and things, it's not practical. So that's why I introduced this winch.
So it comes up and then out.
Yeah, up and then it folds, the second plug just folds out. It will be
Oh my
like
God.
the airplane wings.
So I came up here today to run through bits with Kishan and say what's right and what's wrong and what needs changing. But honestly, it's so amazing. I'm also just so thankful to have someone who just knows the inner workings of my mind so well that now something has become quite easy in Sri Lanka, dare I say. Oh my God, I'm jinxing myself. I'm gonna stop right now. So this thing is just gonna make such a difference to Sri Lankan street dogs. I can't even explain the impact. Well, I can explain the impact it's gonna have. We're gonna be treating about 30 dogs a day in this lorry, and that combined with the first lorry, we're gonna be, you know, directly affecting around 1,000 animals' lives every single month, which is mad. It's mind-blowing stuff, and I'm just so grateful that we get to bring this to the communities of Sri Lanka and to bring this lifeline to so many dogs that really, really, really need it. Hey! Boys! Hey! So you can see here there's a female in heat and she's getting mated, and this means, hey! This means that all the males are going to be around her for around the next week or so. It's horrible being in season as a street dog because you are getting harassed for a whole week. There's all these dog fights going on around you. These boys have now both got wounds on their neck, and they might even progress to being maggot wounds. So it's so important. If we neutered this female, none of this would be happening. We wouldn't be having the fights on the roadside where potentially a dog will get hit by a vehicle. We wouldn't be having the male dogs with wounds in their neck. It's just, we just need to neuter them all, and none of this would be happening right now. every single time she's in season, which is every 6 months, she is going to be pregnant, because this is relentless. Oh, it's just horrible. I actually just find that so emotional to watch. Like, we see street dogs suffering from injuries and illness all day long, but like, just to think what this female's going through for the next 7 days where she can't even have a minute to lie down. I don't know how to help, because you can't break them up, you're going to cause injury, but they're right next to a main road. This boy's nearly been hit by a car like twice already while we've been here. Oh, it's just horrible, it's just horrible. Oh, I just can't.
It really couldn't be more obvious why we need a second lorry and why we need to keep getting out there and doing as much CNVR work as we possibly can. Today's the big day. 8 months after I told Francis it would only be 3 months to wait, the lorry is finally ready. And we've named her Monster Maisie after one of our weekend dogs who sadly passed away 5 years ago.
The lorry is looking amazing. It's so nice to see this thing in the flesh, having worked on it for so long. There's so much work that goes into these kinds of things, from the internal design to the external design. It's really nice to see all of my, my dreams and also our hard work come to fruition. It's so cool, and it's so nice to see Maisie on the side of this vehicle and know that this is her legacy. If she's going to go on to save tens of thousands of other dogs. It has been challenging, and it has definitely challenged my resolve, pushed me to my limits, honestly. I've had a lot of these kinds of hiccups over the last 12 years, but this has been those hiccups on steroids. It has been a lot to try and get this on the road. So very, very, very excited to get this to WeCare. We have been craving this moment for so long. So just said goodbye to the lorry, waved Maisie off on her long trip to the south. So she's got about a 3-hour journey before she arrives at WeCare. I'm so sad that I'm not going to be there. I have to stay up here in the capital to sort out lots of other things, and it's really shit because I want to be there. This is a massive moment for WeCare, but the nature of my role is very different now compared to what it used to be. Just taking a moment to enjoy this one. I'm so proud of what we've achieved. Cannot wait to see how much of an impact Maisie is going to have out in the community. The whole CNVR team are out in force to celebrate. These are the people that work day in, day out. They work tirelessly on the fight against rabies and see firsthand every single day the impact that this second lorry is going to have on Sri Lanka's dogs and communities. It's a huge moment for everyone and for WeCare.
It feels absolutely amazing. We have waited for this moment for 18 months and it is finally out. It is a massive, massive milestone for us here at CNVR, but also WeCare in general. It's huge. Everyone is hugely excited about it. It's a massive deal for the team. This is their chance to be a part of something so much bigger than them. For all of us, we are all here, as I said, because we want to help as many dogs as possible. This allows us to do it.
Yay! Those animals are the part of the Sri Lanka, part of the community. So we should take care of them. Those are our responsibility. That's why I love to work at CNVR. Oh yeah!
So this new lorry will have a massive impact in Sri Lanka. Probably start to see a big difference in the next couple of months. So yeah, really exciting.
It's very, very excited.
And the new roof is working a treat.
From all of us, we want to say an absolute massive thank you for what you've done for us. We really, really appreciate it. This lorry is amazing. Round of applause.
Thank you!
Honestly, what you've done, like our last lorry, we are up to 16,000 dogs that we have treated. 16,000 dogs, we've done amazing work, and that is thanks to you guys. Having this means we can double that, we can actually help more dogs. Honestly, thank you so much. We really, really do appreciate it. So big round of applause.
The next step is to fully set up the lorry and train the new team before Monster Maisie has her first official day, and we can't wait. If you want to see Maisie in action and more of the chaos of running our animal charity in Sri Lanka, then please do subscribe. It's totally free and it helps us to help more dogs. Thanks, guys.